see what happens, because it might actually be Draven mid. I think this would be the likely choice into Corki, more so than the Jhin, because Jhin Nautilus is going to be good bot lane against the Lucian Nami.
Waits his full clear. He's already resetting and ready to redeploy. Nice engage from Zeyzal. Ignite out on Busio. The flash forward, one more bullet! That's a solo kill for the...
Probably bails away.
Yeah. He's forced to drop prio on the Grub since Insanity has that full push in the mid side of the map. Squad just picking up the wave now. Whippo and Fake God also trading priority. But it looks like two Grubs will go over to Shopify, but the Lilting Lullaby on Insanity, if he goes down, and the flash into the wall! I don't think Insanity's gonna get out of this one unless Zeyzal can bail him out. He steps in front, the Lilting, the Swirling Seed, and burns him down for the passive, but they're gonna turn on the firepower once again. Quad will be traded back over to Fake God, and Whippo might be next. Still has a flash to work with. He's stuck over the wall, gets an empowered Call of the Meek, but Zeyzal flashes back over, hooks him in, and Boogie picks up the kill in this hover because Fake God is trying to push this wave in. Whippo will look to challenge, to slice back away, and Boogie's going to summon Daisy, and Whippo might be in trouble.
They want to kill him.
Yeah, Dominus is not back up yet. He goes Mega, and he slams it. Masu are not going to be challenging Fake God on the top side in the 2v1. We'll see what FlyQuest continues to do in terms of map play, as Inspired is hovering.
A lot of damage to those turrets early. Inspired also having a chance to get to 4 Grubs here. That's an important break point. Boogie would love to come in and contest this last one, but he's unable to, and maybe get some of these picks in the side lane. Whippo is waiting for Fake God right now.
And it's a great trap set up by Whippo, already with the Dominus. The Lilting Lullaby is going to put Fake God to sleep, and he goes mini, so he doesn't have the extra resistances. Easy
dive on Busio and Quad.
Yeah, the Fly bot lane duo has both summons available. B-Void currently under fire from Masu, but the dive continues on the top side. Looks like Quad got knocked up.
Boogie's hurt.
But Insanity catches out. Whirling Death. Quad makes it out alive, as the rest of Shopify will be content in picking up Sushi from Busio.
The adoration has been cashed in.
Going into this matchup as well, because they know that Boogie has been so instrumental in elevating the rest of his team. Inspired is reminding everyone on the Rifts, like, hey, I'm one of the best junglers.
These two, or 2 of 3, and then wins 2 of 3 against C9, they're second and they get the bot.
Yeah.
Once again, they're in the same position they would have been in Spring Split. So it's very important that they just take care of business here against Shopify so they can really continue the quest that they started in spring, even though they've been very under the radar so far in summer.
With only the big hype, hang on. Whippo might be caught trying to engage onto Zeyzal. Pops the Dominus already. Masu is forced out of the fight thanks to the death charge. Zeyzal goes back in with the dredge line. Here comes a tidal wave to break up the fight. Curtain call on the ready, firing for that last bullet. Thank God! Flash all into the wall. Busio is gone! And
our stopwatch style. Whereas I think if they were in a bit more of a full poke scenario, then he actually could have gone with one of the
Dragon Pit, and Whippo now has control.
And that's the difficulty. Inspired did burn the stopwatch, but took no damage, and he might even be going in for the kill here on the Nautilus.
2-man sleep. Zeyzal's in trouble. Can flash over the wall if he needs to. He finally does it at the last second, but he still falls to the passive. But they found Masu, and Curtain Call opens up, looking for the bullets. Quad is the only one caught alongside Whippo, but they're doing everything they can to hold the line. The bullets didn't find that much damage onto FlyQuest front line, and Fake God is doing everything he can to endure and hold that front. But Shopify find no members other than Masu, but it looks like FlyQuest are still going to be strong enough to fight for this dragon.
It's going to be an interesting fight because Fake God can teleport back in and then be a little bit stronger as a team since Zeyzal is stronger, because of who's alive. They're going for Drake.
Fake God just picked up a Steric Gauge. We'll see how much value he can get out of it. The engage onto the front line. Insanity is popped. FlyQuest find their man, and B-Voy is forced to run. Boogie and him are trying to kite this one out. Zeyzal is back from the fountain as they will snag up a straggler. And Fake God is showing up huge as he gets a double. He gets a triple. Fake God is... You called it, Jat. Shopify on the Drake. Teleport is coming in for FlyQuest to see if they can challenge. Inspired does not have flash, and it doesn't look like there's a blast cone for him to get in over the pit. That is the 3rd dragon of the game, secured by Shopify Rebellion.
Yeah, man.
We'll see if it gets popped too early. He's about to go Mega. So now Shopify have to force the fight so that Fake God can get use out of it. Deadly Flourish does connect on the root, but FlyQuest are keeping their distance and they're using the advantage of the poke.
Yeah. Shopify just has to hit. If they stay too long, they get poked out.
Yep, Shopify, full send on the engage. The tidal wave rips through one. Masu takes out the first one in Zazel. Boogie still in the pit trying to work down this dragon, but he's just an Ivern. He's not going to be able to burn it down anytime soon. Boogie's in trouble. Doesn't have flash anymore. He gets blisted by Masu. And now the rest of Shopify are on the run. FlyQuest don't even care about the dragon. They're looking for the kills that could potentially end this game off of one push. Inspire flashes in. Lilting Lullaby onto the final member of Shopify. B-Boy goes to sleep. And it's FlyQuest that pull off the full ace.
And Rafa, it's over. They have a wave. They have 5 dead. It was a 5-for-0. FlyQuest just take the first game.
It doesn't matter if you sack every single dragon in the game. FlyQuest only need one window to find the game-winning push.
Let's see if Zazel can desperately try and clear this minion wave. Get another E off. He can't. It's over.
Not a chance. Zazel tried, but he will not be able to persevere with Shopify as FlyQuest will find the first game win of the series.
That escalated quickly. Jungler and AD carry, and maybe Boogie can keep up with the clear speed of Lilia. But in terms of actually like landing skill shots and Lilia in the open field, it's going to give Inspired a lot of... It's kind of a fake hawk shot there, but that no.
I mean, it's a decent chunk into Masu. He doesn't go down, but Zazel's going to still continue the charge against Busio. Masu's now separated. He's going to look for an execution arrow, but it's not enough.
Extra gank if they hit level 6 and want to go for the all-in. So I'd say nice success there by Inspired to actually get something from the bottom lane. But Quest, because you know Shopify want to try and dive this. They don't have the Taliyah with them, so Inspired actually is in the right place. It could go bad.
Oh, Shopify thought that they had the advantage, but it's a 3v2. Inspired is at the right place at the right time, but B-Boy still steps forward and knows the only way out is at least taking Masu down with him. Zazel gonna do his best Spider-Man impression to get the way out of there, but he's locked in. Quad is on the other side, and Inspired with... Yes, they found these advantages, but they weren't being aware of what is the next best step and course of action. It's not always going to...
With how much of an advantage they've had. So credit to them to being able to get the kills, which they might get more of.
But they're going to fight and force the fight. Busio gets caught in the face check, but he's going to still engage the fight with the Magnastorm. B-Boy takes him down. Inspired is here. Seismic Shove is massive. Can Boogie finish him off? The Lilting Lullaby is going to put them into sleep. The Eve bursts out Zazel, and Boogie is now on the run. Masu can just look for one more arrow. Boogie flashes over the wall. The Seismic Shove pushes him back into Insanity. Can he look for a trade kill? And now the calling is opened up. Quad trying to pelt him with these rockets. Boogie doing everything he can to help him with the wall. Insanity is not enough.
Even at the end here, you can see Insanity moved in a little bit more, which allowed Quad to get the Q over the wall. Beautifully played by Inspired's Lilia.
Yeah, Inspired having so much gold at that stage of the game. The extra HP from the Leandries, he knows his limits on this champion. He knows how far on the line he can toe to continue baiting Shopify into further bad decisions. As now a 3-man dive onto the top side. Whippo already popped the ultimate. He's getting burned down. It doesn't seem like there's any contest. Nice empowered Cole of the Meek to sustain him through the dive, but it's still not enough. Shopify will find one and look to take out this tower.
And they got 6 grubs, so they're getting a whole bunch of extra help on this turret. Let's see if FlyQuest can get a counter kill on Insanity, though.
Yep, 3-man counter dive into the mid lane. Insanity, no chance to survive that one. Inspired with his 4th kill of the second game.
Gotta say, that one probably feels a little bit too easy if you're Shopify.
Why they need to press the gas so hard, and it's starting to come at a cost in a few of these situations where they're overlooking some of the variables that could be answered by FlyQuest in response. But Shopify being able to pick up the 2nd-tier turret on the top side in trade.
The Drake, FlyQuest will still be able to really bleed this game out to a long percentage, but still being like 2-11 in game score means they have not been good at closing out games.
Yeah, it's the power of precedence, right? For Shopify, opponents that Shopify faced in weeks 4 and 5, so FlyQuest are always going to be able to find a sizable advantage on the other side of the map.
This is rather interesting, though. It's Grubs versus... They're killing inhibitor turrets right now.
And Shopify panicking. Boogie joining the fight against Busio's Fake God already slammed him into the wall. Already on the hunt for Masu. He's burned the flash already, but the wall connects. Another rock lands for the slow. And Shopify managed to pick up 2 kills on the bottom inhibitor as well.
They actually have to recall from that bot push since the mid lane lost so badly. An extra turret. This is all 4v5, by the way. Whippo's just dealing with super minions.
Insanity maybe. Gets tagged by Inspired.
Oh,
He's locked down. He still has a flash. Can he get out? He flashes to the right side. Zazel doesn't get a chance to lock him in, but it might be Busio that pays the price. Bwipo teleports into the fight, tries to solid it.
Corky's in base. I think they just get this.
Yeah, Quad has to attend to the super minions pouring in through the bottom side of the map. They have that pressure thanks to the couple minutes sequence earlier before. Shopify.
There might be some tiebreakers that prevent that from happening, but they'd have very good chances if they win both of their future
teams were the other fastest.
They must have all been lane swaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to say this is probably like the second fastest non-lane swap I've ever, and I'm not fact-checking it because it's too hard.
Our eyes are on this game, and we got to make sure we are attentive to seeing what Shopify can do with this Baron push. The Weaver's Wall, nicely played by Boogie. Pushes FlyQuest momentarily back. Decent chip damage onto the turret. FlyQuest now trying to lead the charge. Zazel tanks it up. Massive depth charge on the 3 members, and good poke with the culling from Insanity. And this turret is ready to fall. Just a couple more auto attacks as Fake God, meanwhile, was working through the mid lane. Masu could not hold him off, and now the base has been completely cracked open by Shopify.
Shopify getting chance. Hope is rising. 6,000 gold lead. Every inhibitor is open. Basically, if Inspired gets the right E on someone, it could mean...
Dredge line onto Bwipo. Is it the engage? Inspired Q flash right onto the back line. One cleanse on the B-Void, but Boogie is forced to pop the stasis. Insanity blows up Busio. Bwipo holding everything he can with the Seraph Gauge. Goes in, dies, and Boogie doesn't even go down. Shopify still have 5 members strong. Fake God could be in trouble. Tries to hop away. Inspired goes in with the Eve, but Fake God is pouring in through the mid wave. There's no chance that they can even contest Shopify. Pick up their second dragon of the game.
As a team on how to close out these games. That's a Drowsy.
Zazel goes in, Zax his life for the cause. Bwipo tries to dash onto B-Void to capitalize. They find the pick, and FlyQuest are now wiping out 2. They wipe out 3. Thank God. We'll try to scoop them back, and they find a kill on an Inspired.
Keep their season alive here as Talia.
Fog, 4K on the Baron. FlyQuest have to be careful about how they handle this. Fake God still in mini form, trying to maintain vision so that Boogie can go in, but he doesn't have flash. He goes golden with his Zonias. The turn from FlyQuest. They try to pop him. Massive damage onto 2. Fake God about to go mega, and he's going to look for Masu next. He's in trouble. Dodges the rock, but Fake God still has the hop and the crunch. Nor into the wall. On Bwipo. It's up to Fake God, Insanity, and Zazel right now.
Busio's up. Inspired has Flash and R.
It's going to be close here, Jat. 4 members for Shopify. Inspired and Busio holding the line, but I think death timers are too short for Shopify to close out. They just take that time to take out 2 inhibitors, and that's all.
0-5, and again in a strong position, but let's see. We got a fight happening.
Oh, Inspired.
He's got Flash.
He has Flash. Flashes the dredge line. Busio trying to hold the front line. Meanwhile, Bwipo is stalling B-Void and Insanity on the other side of the wall. Monster trying to pelt him down with arrows. It's up to Fake God. Quad already popped Zazel. Fake God doing everything he can to hold it. Bwipo is still lurking in the shadows, but B-Void has some vision as he flashes over the wall away from Busio. Insanity finishes off Bwipo. Now here comes Shopify Rebellion. Maybe for the second fight, Busio's popped by B-Void.
Is finding so many picks. It feels like there's always a Rel and a Renekton on a flank, but Shopify is surviving. Turrets, and you can start killing these.
They're pushing in super minions on the Nexus Tower, empowered by the Baron buff. FlyQuest doing what they can to hold the line, enduring the siege, but the top inhibitor falls thanks to Fake God. Busio attempting to weave his way around and look for a flank, but FlyQuest knows that the only way forward is from under the Nexus Towers as they now try to hold on. The engage onto Bwipo. He's blown up! Shopify with the first kill! Inspired is next! FlyQuest down to the last 3 members for the base defense! Here comes Fake God! A flash from Quad keeps himself alive, but Boogie sends it on the Quad instead! Down to the last legs, but Shopify still stand tall and keep their playoff dreams alive!
Let's go, Shopify! You can actually sometimes win games, as we now see Boogie thinking about playing something.
Yeah, but someone is also here. Inspired shows up, and Boogie's cut off. He might be forced to flash, but he doesn't have flash from the invade before. But Zazel commits over the wall, and Inspired is the Shopify content in the vlogs. You know, they say like, man, it seems like we just don't know what to do. But with Boogie back in, confidence is back. Everyone is on full throttle.
It's given them so much direction in the early game, late game as well. They've been able to close out a 2-0 last week, move this series to 1-1. Even if it wasn't fast, it was still effective enough to get the win and keep their season alive. The one death that they suffered when Inspired was 2v3 in the top lane. Hello, Boogie. Inspired sees you.
Yep, and Boogie has flash this time. Tries to wait. No, he doesn't even get a chance. He gets put to sleep, and Quad.
They have Busio on the way up to match Zeyzal, who is already here. I do wonder, Fake God is close to Mega, though, so if he collapses down, he'd move. Inspired got the 4th grub. That's all he needs. No need to risk more.
And it's a teleport coming in from, I believe, Insanity, so Shopify really want to fight this. Busio and Quad are also here for the play. Boogie picks up the 5th grub in the game.
Yeah, I think FlyQuest is going to slow play this a little bit as much as possible because Masu can get free gold.
Masu from downtown, right onto Zeyzal. The curtain call from Boogie Boy on the right side, tries to aid in the fight. Zeyzal flashes away at the last possible seconds. He's ticking down. Lilting Lullaby will sleep one onto the right side, but FlyQuest do not drop a single man. However, Bwipo's in trouble, gets flicked back, flashes over the wall. Fake God will continue the chase, sidesteps the decimating smash, and he still wants to go for it. Boogie with the Weaver's Wall finally finds Bwipo as he's flicked back, and even in the undead passive, I don't know how much work he's gonna get done. Fake God is pushed off. Boogie is now on the other side of the wall. He tries to flash, but he cannot escape. Inspired trades one back.
Man, solo gold onto the Corki too is just so nice for them.
Yeah. Just for show. But Inspired is working on the dragon on the bot side of the map.
Exactly. Bwipo's just creating space because he defended that turret. Yeah, Bwipo teleported back to the top lane as well to keep that turret alive. And the inner turret is now going to be
someone pick up the eye!
Quad.
Pick up the eye!
No.
No! They don't give an F about if they lose deaths or not because they're just getting so many advantages on the map. Boogie gets knocked into the wall. Oh, and he's just popped! Nothing that Shopify could really do to bail him out. And I think Shopify is starting to lose their grounds here as they're just crumbling everywhere.
But FlyQuest is also playing extremely clean. I want to give credit where it's due.
Yeah.
They had some struggles.
The execution for FlyQuest has been stellar. And this is what we've come to expect from a top team like FlyQuest against Shopify, who have struggled for a majority of the summer split. Despite the recent revitalization these past 2 weeks, it is still what we've all predicted to be favored massively for FlyQuest. And the fact that they're able to now rein back the controls in, find the windows of what was causing them problems in the early game, and completely bypassing it.
Yeah.
Now Shopify don't have the advantages to get back in.
Hazel might have to flash at least, I think. Hadn't been playing up to his standards in this series in games 1 and 2. He's all over the place in this game 2, in this game 3.
Lucio flashing over and after Boogie. He's not getting...
Yeah, this is a signature Bwipo game, creating space, because he's 0, 1, and 2 on Sion with only 150 CS. Absolutely, his Corki is really hurting now, as even without the Baron buff, they're just brute forcing down half of this turret. Bwipo's thinking about R at any moment.
Now Fake God trying to lurk around the flank, but they've already blown up Zeyzal, and now Fake God has winded down back into Mininar. What a sleep from Inspired! And that should put this game to rest, as FlyQuest will knock down 3.
Kind of camouflaging himself with the Ash Arrow, and then literally 3-man E by Inspired. Catches a bit of turret aggro, so can't follow up. Baron is secured as well, and that something happened where an 8,000 gold lead wasn't safe. So you do have to stay engaged in the game when you're up 8,000 gold. I've learned this.
All right. Well, Fake God going to go for a last-ditch effort. Already slammed Quad into the wall, but Busio is playing front line and making sure that Shopify cannot follow up. Boogie is there with the Weaver's Wall, cuts off Masu. Curtain call, trying to weave the bullets around. Fake God takes out Busio, but here comes Bwipo with the unstoppable onslaught as he smashes Boogie to the ground with the giant axe, and Quad is now back on the offensive, looking for Fake God. Zeyzal tries to come back in with a counterattack, but it's a whiff. Everyone from FlyQuest sidesteps it. Masu with the double. B-Boy on the run to the left side. And I think this might have been Shopify's last Hail Mary to come back. The deadly flourish only roots the tank in places. Inspired sends him back to the fountain. Insanity's on the run, and he's going to have to make a hell of a base defense against the 5 members of FlyQuest.
The death timers might be short enough that it might not be endable. The static shiv from Masu killed Fake God. That's how they got him. He was too close to the wave. This massive static shiv ran up the whole wave to finish him. They'll at least get the inhibitor turret there. Bwipo working on the mid inhibitor turret. They have a lot of gold, but they're going to stay aggressive.
FlyQuest make short work of that bottom inhibitor. Baron buff still on their side as they rotate to the mid lane. The inhibitor structure falls. The inhibitor should be next. Whippo standing in place between FlyQuest and Shopify to absorb any poke damage. Both
A little closer to the wave.
Oh my goodness! You're right.
Static Shiv, the dream.
Betrayed by the minion wave. Captain Jack cleanse from B-Boy. Nicely done on the arrow, but that's still an inhibitor falling in the top side, and now double super minions will be pouring into the base. 10,000 gold advantage for FlyQuest. This seems like everything they need to finish this game out. Shopify will still try. Fake God tries to leap forward while he's still in Mega, but now pops back down to Mini. Curtain Call trying to open up and
Behind
find an angle. But Whippo and Busio will absorb the damage. Zazel goes in. Decent damage on Namasu. Below 50% HP, but Fake God is punted in. And that should be it. FlyQuest will put a rest to this series. Put a rest to Shopify trying to go for the upset. And FlyQuest now move to one step closer for that playoff bye.
It wasn't the 2-0 that